was wondering when you're going to pay me a visit.
You know who I am?
I know everyone in my crosshairs. Now pass me the cream and tell me what you want.
I want to know why you arrested my associate without just cause.
Because Mike Ross is a fraud. And I'm going to make sure he never sees the inside of a courtroom again unless he's wearing an orange jumpsuit. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have an arraignment to prepare for.
What if I was to tell you, off the record, Mike Ross was about to resign?
I'd say that sounds very convenient.
Well, it isn't. I'm telling you the truth. And if your interest really is in getting him out of the courtroom, he was going to do it himself.
And why should I believe you?
I can get you his letter of resignation. All you have to do is waive charges, and I'll get him to agree never to practice law again.
I'll tell you what I'll do. You get me that letter, and I'll waive his bail.
I don't need you to waive bail. Whatever it is, he can pay for it.
No, he can't. I'll freeze his assets. In fact, I'll make sure that he doesn't get bail at all. Because hacking into the bar is a federal crime, and if he can do that, he sure as hell can flee the country.
You have no proof he hacked into the bar.
Doesn't matter. It's what he's accused of. So you want to make sure he walks out of court today. You bring me the letter.
I understand you've reached an agreement to waive bail.
We have, Your Honor. No bail is requested at this time.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. However, I would like to introduce a motion to have Mr. Specter removed as attorney for Mr. Ross.
What?
On what grounds?
On the grounds that they conspired to defraud the Bar Association, every client they ever had, and the people of the United States.
What's your proof?
This letter showing Mr. Ross is going to resign. They conspired to fabricate it.
We had a deal.
I don't care what we had. The two of them concocted a story under the guise of attorney-client privilege, which they were only able to do because Mr. Specter is both his boss and his attorney.
I gave you that letter in good faith.
You gave me that letter in a blatant attempt to get me to drop charges against your co-conspirator.
That is slander and inadmissible.
That's enough. My chamber's 10 minutes.
You gave her that letter?
I did it to get you out.
Yeah, I don't care about getting bail if it lands us both in prison.
It's not gonna land us in prison, and it would have come out anyway. We can't just destroy every piece of evidence.
Oh, we can't do anything with any piece of evidence because she's about to get you kicked off my case.
She has no grounds to kick me off. We didn't conspire to write that letter.
We conspired to do something else in case you forgot.
Then we better come up with something, and we better come up with it fast.
I'm not in the habit of removing counsel, Miss Gibbs.
And I'm not in the habit of having an accomplice be the attorney on a case.
I'm entitled to representation.
And you had it last night. Your attorney of record is listed as Robert Zane.
The only reason you want me off this case is so you can pressure Robert into making my client take your bullshit offer.
The reason I want you off this case is because you're an unindicted co-conspirator.
If he's an unindicted co-conspirator, then so are you.
Excuse me?
You violated my client's rights the night he was arrested, and we have it on tape.
That is a complete fabrication based on the word of a con man.
An alleged con man with a photographic memory, Your Honor.
And what does that have to do with anything?
Because if I'm lying about a digital tape, then how do I know the serial number of the camera you used in your interrogation? RKZ 986532. Little piece of blue tape keeping the battery attached.
You want to remove your motion, or do I have to subpoena that camera?
I'll withdraw my motion, Your Honor.
You're free to go, Mr. Ross, and Mr. Specter is your attorney.
All this proves is that you two were in on this together.
What this proves is you'll do anything to win, and now the judge knows it, and so do I.
I was wondering how long it was going to take you.
You heard.
Everybody's heard.
Scotty, I have something to ask you, and you're not gonna like what it is.
I can't believe it. You think I would do that?
No, I know you'd never do that.
Then what are you doing here?
Mike thought it could be you, and I promised him I'd look you in the eye and ask.
Okay, so let me get this straight. I keep Mike's secret, throw a case for you, and now you're here taking orders from him because you don't trust me?
I do trust you, and I told Mike I did.
Oh. Which is why the real reason you're here is not to ask me if I handed him in, but to tell me to keep quiet.
No, not to tell you, to ask you if you're going to.
What is the difference?
Scotty.
Harvey, I am not in your life anymore. I mean, what makes you think that they're going to come to me?
Because you know how this works. They're gonna dig into my personal life, and when they do, they're gonna find you.
And how many women like me are you paying a visit to today?
There are no women like you. You know that.
What I know is the last time you came to me, I told you I never wanted to hear Mike Ross's name again. And once again, here you are asking me to do something for the person that destroyed our relationship.
Scotty, I'm not here to argue with you.
But you still want to know what I'm going to do?
I do.
Well, I guess we're just going to have to find that out when they come.
I need to talk to you.
We've already discussed all there is to discuss about the wedding. I can't go, so unless you quit.
I was arrested
What?
2 nights ago in my office. 2 US Marshals grabbed me out of the blue.
Sorry.
You can save your sorries. I want to know if you're the one who turned me in.
What? Jesus Christ, I can't believe you'd think that.
Why wouldn't I? You've done it before, and you also told Father Walker, and I still haven't heard you say that it wasn't you.
Well, it wasn't me. Going to Father Walker is about making things right in my life.
Yeah, well, I got a way you can make things right with me. They're gonna come to you to put together a case against me, and I need to know what you're gonna say.
I don't know what I'm gonna say, Michael. Do you want to write down my answers for me like you used to before class?
Yeah, I do. And this time the answer's gonna be I need to speak to my lawyer.
Wow. 20 years of friendship all comes down to lawyer up, huh?
Yeah, it does. And you owe me trouble.
I can't lie for you, Mike.
I'm not asking you to lie for me. I'm asking you to pay me back for every time in my life you have screwed me over.
Okay. But I'm not doing this to make it up to you. I'm doing this to make sure my family doesn't get dragged into this. So don't bother me with this again. I may just have to tell them everything I know.
We got a problem.
Yeah, we do. Because it wasn't Trevor.
It wasn't Scotty either, but that's not our problem. Gibbs came to see me earlier. She knows I'm not in the office.
What does that mean?
It means she's gonna try to use it as evidence of Harvey being a co-conspirator, and if she does that, Harvey can't represent me.
What's going on?
They offered Mike a deal. They want him to turn on you.
Huh. Then you're in good company, because they offered me a deal to turn on Jessica. But that's not our problem. Our problem is figuring out how to get me back without Forsman finding out.
Wait a second. It doesn't matter if Forsman finds out or not if he doesn't have someone on the inside working for him.
What are you saying?
I'm saying that if they want me to point the finger at someone, that means I'm holding a gun. Surprised to see me?
As a matter of fact, I am, but as long as you're here, I have a question for you.
You want to know if it's true?
Oh, I know it's true. I want to know why you haven't tried to deal your way out of this.
You mean, why haven't I turned on Harvey and Jessica?
That's exactly what I mean.
It wouldn't have anything to do with you wanting to use all of this just to get your name on the door, would it?
Oh, I'm getting my name on the door whether you cut a deal or not.
Well, if you don't stop coming after Harvey and Jessica, the only door you're going to be looking at is going to have bars on it.
What the hell are you talking about?
Let me tell you what I just got finished telling Daniel Hardman. They're coming at me left and right to admit that someone around here knew what was going on with me the whole time. So if you don't back off trying to take over this firm once and for all, I'm going to tell them that someone was you.
Bullshit. You didn't even know me until a few months ago.
Well, yeah, but then you and I worked together so closely on that case. And then I confided in you, and then you made me partner so that you would always have an ally.
There's no way that holds up in court.
Good luck telling that to the judge and his prosecutor. She's a real beast. She's gonna come after you with everything she has.
I never did anything to you. And I'm not leaving my firm.
I don't give a shit whether you stay or you go. But Harvey is coming back here tomorrow morning, and if you pick up that phone and call Charles Forsman, then I am gonna pick up the phone and tell that prosecutor all about me and you.